edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And once again, the Barnes and Tony Show. Michael on the couch. Woo! And if you're wondering why me and Tony have sunglasses on, my eyes are still hurting for what I had to watch at Yankee Stadium yesterday. So just kind of recovering. The glasses are helping out with that. So thank God for that, Tony.
Oh, yeah, dude. But nonetheless, a beautiful day yesterday. And, you know, hey, you got to use your glasses, the birthday gift right away. So, I mean, they fit great. They look great, Brian.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
What brand are they?
Geez, I think is it Polaroid? Is that a thing, like Polaroid?
Polaroid makes glasses now. I wouldn't be surprised. I guess you're losing. Polarized is the type of lenses, probably.
Phantom Boss blenders.
Oh, blenders. Okay, dude. Yeah, I think they're known for that.
How about this,
dude?
Anthony Materiello just got this putter in a raffle.
Shout out to Fame Bender.
But this thing looks absolutely insane. The grip,
dude, I can't wait to get out there.
He's gonna be draining 30 footers with this thing
easily, dude.
That's just so exciting. You love to see it.
Oh yeah, $30 putter. Yep.
I would say that's got to be your top raffle prize winning that you ever had, right?
Honestly, probably yeah. I would say easily on a raffle like that. And I mean, again, like it was like a networking event for her. You know, she invited us to read her the video. It was very nice of her to do so, and everyone gets put into this raffle. And second name that popped up, raffle. Let's go, putter,
dude.
Like, what are the chances, Brian?
Like, honestly, though, really, like,
talk about meant to be.
Meant to be, and we definitely got to schedule like our next round soon. Like, especially like Michael said, it would be nice too once it gets back to like mid-low 80s.
The heat's been atrocious.
Yeah,
dude.
like you know, I still gun through it, but I have to say it is so much more enjoyable when it's like I would say with a breeze, like 85 to 88 maximum, ideally 82 to 85 with a breeze.
72 with a slight breeze.
Stop. But yeah, other than the result though, yesterday was great. Started out with lunch at Mario's, Arthur Ave. The chicken parm. I've been like, because I overdid it with the chicken parm. So I don't usually get chicken parm, but I've gotten it at Mario's before. I'm like, you know what? I think it's time. And I always go with the vodka sauce. I know, is that illegal in a couple counties or is that just Staten Island?
Just Staten Island, dude.
Just Staten Island. Okay. but what actually, just quick pause there. What's the deal? Is it like muscle memory for you? Because I know you do like vodka sauce as long as it's not too sweet.
Right. As long as it's not too sweet.
But what is it? Is it tradition? Is it at the end of the day?
It definitely is more tradition at the end of the day. I will say though, I mean, if it's an option, I'm always thinking about it. Like, I have gotten like the vodka chicken parm hero before at other places, stuff like that. But it's just, I feel like not done. Like at a restaurant for dinner, I feel like you'll rarely see that, or lunch, I should say.
Oh, you're saying that people don't order it?
I would say most restaurants don't even have. I don't even know a place that would do it.
It's not on the menu, but you just ask them, because if you think about it, what would be, if you have penny vodka, like what would be holding you back? It's funny though.
Literally
it's funny though, because like you can picture this too. It's Arthur Ave, like these. And I always talk about all the time too. And I feel like I've had this waitress before, but again, similar to the one that me and Matt had when we went to Enzo's, where she's on the top of the ball and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But when I said it, she did make a face at first, like a little like confusion, like what are you doing, type of thing. And
wow,
it was fine. She's like, okay, so like all together, like a side of pasta. I was like, oh yeah, put it all together. But it was the best, honestly. Like, I think you would have even really enjoyed it, even though, like I said, I know it goes against tradition. I think the bread at Mario's probably is the best on Arthur Ave.
Wow.
So I had that, and then a couple glasses of cab always goes well with the vodka sauce.
The house cab.
Goes
down so smooth.
So that was great. Went to Billy's for about an hour.
How was that?
Packed, but it was nice. We did get a spot on the couch, and then I feel like this happens at least once a year. Maybe just a product of me going to a lot of games, but like it because Mark ended up meeting us there because my rep had an extra ticket. But
Nice.
I saw probably 8 people I went to high school with that I haven't seen. Like,
no kidding.
Some of them I haven't seen in like 10 years.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
So yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah.
Was it like a lot of like awkward small talk? Or are we talking guys you enjoy?
One person I talked to that like he was always one of those people where we would talk, like we wouldn't hang out, but it was always like he was like riled to talk to me type of thing. So dope. The other people I just dapped up quickly. But yeah, it was nice to see them.
Were the shades on in Billy's?
Shades were not on in Billy's, but once we walked out onto 161st, they were put back on. The seats are great, but it was just the heat was tough, but so close to the action, literally the first row behind the legend seats. So that was great. And yeah, it was just a shame that, right away, things didn't go well for the Yankees. And we'll get to that, in our full breakdown. But before we do that, there's a couple other things we're going to do first. And let's start with the one, the only Joshua Burgos.
Oh, that is right. Mr. Burgos in the house with a Fat Friday. Let's go. He says, what is up, fam? Tough game to be at yesterday. Ouch. Josh wasn't at the game though, right?
No.
Okay. He said hashtag TCA, hashtag Sportsbook, hashtag DTV. Michael Buckta also here, hyped that the Lakers hired JJ Redick as their next coach. Going to be 78 and sunny in Santa Monica on Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, no, I always have Newport Beach up because since I'm going to go there in August, I don't know, I just keep it on my weather places. And every day I see it's like 75, 78, 73. Like the weather there, like that's literally what we're just talking about.
It's the wheelhouse.
Golf. Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine a golf trip there right now.
Oh my God. Matthew Gabriel would probably be hyped for it. He says, let's go. He says, Frady. Josh Big Boy, Michael BBB. What's up, bud? And then the usual Matthew Ryan nonsense propaganda. Mets suck. Yankees will be fine, but Mets still hot trash. Still.
Wow. So he's fired up, and then Michael Buck is saying the weather in Southern California is too nice.
Too nice.
And I don't think we need a full segment on it, but I guess we'll just talk about this for a second. My heart is the happiest there. I mean, hey,
that's nice.
Hard to argue with that, Michael. Because there's not really too much other NBA news, but your thoughts on the Redick move, Tony, for the Lakers. Obviously, he doesn't have any coaching experience and just called the NBA Finals for ESPN.
I mean, I don't know. It's very interesting to me. If I had to guess, I mean, this guy is not going to be able to manage a team like the Lakers. I don't know. I can't imagine, first time coach coming in here with the players he have. I don't care for how long it's going to be. With LeBron or AD hanging around, whatever, maybe in the future he'll be able to get young guys together and then coach them up. But I feel like with, established superstars, I don't know, man. There's nothing that's going to tell me that he's be able to come in here and control his group of guys, bring them together. Because like LeBron, how do you not if I'm LeBron, I'm walking all over this guy. Am I not?
But the thing is, LeBron's his good friend.
Right.
They do a podcast together. So
but that makes it worse to me, though. Yeah.
Is it really just Coach LeBron at this point?
It is. I think it really is at this point. Again, I feel like I don't know, man. You don't want one of your close friends to be your coach. That's terrible. Yeah, that's even worse than if it's your boss. Honestly, if it's your coach, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work out. I can't imagine that locker room. The atmosphere over there. It won't be good, dude.
I think he's only been retired for a year, 2 years at most. And if you had to say, I know this is a tough question, Tony. It kind of seems a little ridiculous, but is the chance of JJ Redick unretiring, joining the team, more than 0%?
I would say it's 0%. No, you think he's gonna play for the Lakers?
I just feel like he would be is he not the perfect LeBron teammate that he's just gonna sit in the corner and shoot a three, and LeBron's gonna know when he's open and he's just gonna hit him all day?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be interesting if he does become a player or maybe a player coach even.
Yeah,
but regardless, I mean, what kind of clown show are we putting on here for the Lakers? And again, I don't know, man. If I'm a young guy on the Lakers, and LeBron isn't necessarily respecting your coach, or maybe he's a little bit, stepping on the toes. There's going to be a moment, I'm sure, where they disagree, and LeBron will probably, have his opportunity to be yo, no, we're going to do this instead. And if I'm a young player saying that, I'm going to lose respect for my coach and not listen to him. I mean, I don't know, dude.
Do you think it shows the desperation by the Lakers to make sure that LeBron finishes his career as a Laker?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I guess my question to you, because does hiring JJ Redick keep LeBron on the Lakers?
Yeah,
do you really think so?
100%.
Because I can still see him turning around and going.
Well, I know,
somewhere else,
you know, he of course tends to get dramatic. We understand that.
How many years for Redick? 4?
I think a 4-year deal. But speaking of those deals, I think Monty Williams just got fired yesterday, and they owe him $65 million. He was the highest paid coach in the league, coached 1 year, and is going to collect $65 million. And
that's ridiculous.
But it keeps happening. Not really baseball, not really hockey, but football and basketball, for whatever reason, continuously happens.
Why do you think that is?
I guess there's a lack of patience.
Do you think maybe, because again, I feel like, you know, baseball, not so much, hockey, not so much, but football and basketball, we do see a lot of the time players having control over the team, you know?
So the coaches are powerless, and that's why they're being.
I think that's what it seems to be.
But don't you think, though, football is like probably the I would say, if you think about guys having control, factoring everything in, I would say football and hockey, the coaches still have a lot of control, and it pales in comparison to basketball and baseball.
It does. No, I agree with that. I think football is teetering. I mean, the whole Rodgers thing, having control of, you know, what players you bring in, even Brady to an extent. You know, there's some points where I feel like players do get in the way of that. But I don't know, man. I think that it's, you know, reflective of that prima donna culture for a lot of these players. You know, like they don't want to be necessarily told what to do if it's not what they want to do, or made to do something they don't want to be at, you know, something like that. And because of that, you know, they kind of run their mouths, whatever. And at the end of the day, and when it comes down to it, you know, I feel like owners side with the players.
Yeah, they do. I just think, I guess, football too, because, you know, I think the players could argue in the other sports, like, oh, well, what do we really need the coach for? And we saw Kyrie Irving say that a couple of years ago with Steve Nash, and obviously we saw how well that worked out.
Crazy.
But I think with football, it's just different because there's like schemes, and like football is so difficult where I feel like, and it's the same with hockey too. I know it's like a different sport, but I'm saying because these sports are so difficult, I feel like there is a need for the players to be coached. Like that's how they improve.
Oh,
and that's why I think they garner more respect than the other sports.
Definitely. No, I agree with that.
Because like in the way things are too, with like, especially NBA, I feel like definitely they don't need a coach. Baseball, do you think like it's like, I guess they need a manager just for like pitching changes and stuff?
Yeah, you need a manager.
But like unless you're hiring an old school manager, it seems like, do they really impact the game that much? But then again, obviously, Bochy wins last year, but now, you know, it's been a dumpster fire this year.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think, managers are a little different. You know, the managerial kind of responsibilities fall a little bit differently than a head coach, let's say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, manager, I mean, you're not, I mean, you have a hitting coach, you know, you have, you know, an infielders coach, you have a bench coach, you have a pitching coach. You got to need that manager role. I'm just going to, I guess, keep everyone in check. But I don't know, it's interesting. There's like, because, you know, obviously, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there are a lot of baseball players who have their own coaches.
Oh, like private hitting coaches?
Yeah. And I mean, I would imagine there's a lot of basketball players who have their own shooting coaches as well, right? Or am I wrong? Because Kawhi has his own, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're right about that.
So I don't know. You think that at all kind of like that kind of meshing of personal coach to team coach? I mean, that's got to get kind of hairy sometimes, right?
Yeah. No. I think you're right about that, and it depends on the player, you know, as well.
Would you not allow, like, if let's say your manager, baseball team, would you not allow your players to have personal coaches?
No, I wouldn't take it to that level, just because I think, you know, some guys need that,
right?
And it's going to help them improve in the offseason. So I think a combination of everything is probably the best. End of the day, you know?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was interesting. And I think, you know, I mentioned Monty Williams. That's crazy. I don't know what happened there, because it's like they weren't expected to be a good team. I wonder if this article actually says anything, because I don't know how you make someone the highest paid coach in the league and then one season you fire him. But the new president of basketball operations, let's see. It's an important time to conduct a coaching search.
I mean, I know the Pistons had like a terrible year and everything, but like, do you think firing him was warranted at this point?
No, but it's definitely just because they have a new basketball operations. And I think this guy's like saying, listen, you know, we're, this has been a constant theme of being the worst team in the league. Like, we need to like have everything in place right now. And he probably was like, listen, like if the season doesn't go well, we're going to fire him anyway. So why not just fire him now? I'm imagining that was the thought process.
That's still kind of crazy to owe this guy so much money.
No, and like I said, but then how lucky are they? Because like think about if they had to be working, they'd be making the same money, but then they have no life. And now they could play golf. I mean,
literally golf all the time.
Like you're making more than you would on tour. Like, that's kind of nuts.
That is like honestly kind of nuts, dude. You think he goes to a different team, Monty? Like, is he that bad? Was it him? Like, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I think, I mean, like I said, the temptation has to be there to just chill.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you think JJ Redick, like Lakers, are you back on the horse a little bit? Any juice?
I mean, I'll like, let's see what happens, but it's like, I don't know, basketball for me right now is irrelevant. We'll see if things, transpire that make it more compelling for me.
Buck is excited,
but I think I definitely like college basketball better. That's a certainty.
We know Buck does.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, moving along here, Travelers Championship round 2 underway. Right. Star of the show yesterday, star of the show today. Tom Kim was your round 1 leader after firing a 62, and today,
impressively,
5 under through 10. So he's 13 under par and a little more than halfway through his second round.
So sick.
Pretty impressive. Obviously on pace for a very good score here if he keeps this up. A dominant lead too. Tied for second are Xander and Morikawa, but they're 6 shots back at 7 under. And Morikawa is 3 under through 5. Xander 2 under through 3. And then you have Bahadia and Fowler. So we mentioned Ricky Fowler as a sleeper. He shoots 64. And speaking of sleepers, Kirk Hidiyama shoots 64 yesterday as well.
Yeah, dude.
So they're tied with Bahadia. And it's 10:35 for Bahadia, 10:55 for Fowler, and 11:50 for Kirk Hidiyama. You have also Zalatoris shooting 64 yesterday. He's 5 under after going 1 over through 16 today. Also, tee times earlier today due to incoming thunderstorms this afternoon. So that's why we had an early start today.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Sanjay M, Siwoo Kim at 5 under, as well as Denny McCarthy, Tony Finau, Patrick Cantley. Scotty Scheffler shot 65 yesterday. So while he is 5 under and he is tied for 7th, he's going to start his round most likely at least 8 shots back. Which is kind of crazy, but wouldn't be surprised if he matched, what Tom Kim is doing out there today. On the other side of things here, just looking at scores, we saw Matthew Fitzpatrick really struggle last week at the U.S. Open. A little better today, but 74, so 4 over at the really arguably the easiest course on tour. But he is 3 under through 11 today, so we'll see if he can keep rallying here. Max Homa, my pick, unfortunately, an even par 70, including a double bogey on the back 9. So that kind of did him in. Defending champion Keegan Bradley only with a 69. And it's just so interesting, this tournament, because the course is so easy. And there's no cut this week. Normally there is a cut of like 5 under par, 6 under par. But like what I'm getting at is even if you shoot, 2-3 under, to us, that seems like a solid round. You're good. Here, it's like you got to be 5 under every day,
which is kind of crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think that, like, I mean, because we talked yesterday about how they kind of changed some of the layouts of some of the holes, but
seems like scoring's even better.
Literally, dude. Like, I'm watching highlights on Twitter, and I feel like everyone off the tee is like right in front of the pin, dude, like right on the green.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, but it does make for some exciting golf. I will say Tom Kim has been absolutely killing it yesterday, by the way. I think he had 8 birdies, ended his round back-to-back birdies, not a bogey on the card, Brian.
Speaking of the card,
so
we'll pull that up. He is dialed. And speaking of birdies on the card, on his round today, he has 5 birdies already, and he's only playing the 12th hole.
Ridiculous, dude. What's in his coffee, dude?
And if you go to the card yesterday, 32 on the front, 3 birdies on the front, and then on the back 9, he had 5 birdies and did birdie the last 2 holes there. So
sick.
Very impressive stuff. And today's his birthday, so happy birthday, Tom Kim.
Wow.
22 years young. And he said he ate a lot of pizza last night. So they were making jokes on PGA Tour Live.
Yeah.
The carbs, the energy, all of that.
The second best pizza in the country.
Yeah, so it's good to see that. I've always liked Tom Kim, and he's a guy I think you kind of forget about because we're just so impatient for guys to win Masters and the U.S. Open and stuff. Where it's like sometimes take a couple years. He's only 22. Even if it takes till he's 25 for him to start winning majors, he could have a really good career. So I think that's somebody that we're gonna want to keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is off to a good start. It'd be interesting to see how they navigate the thunderstorms this afternoon. And
that's kind of annoying, dude.
I know.
I didn't think it was gonna rain down here too.
No.
That's annoying.
But they said it might pass, and actually the next 2 days, same thing, like slight chance might pass, that type of deal. So it'd be interesting to see Sunday horseshoe what we're looking at. But I would not be surprised if Tom Kim ends up going wire to wire. He's that good, and I just feel like this course is that easy.
Yeah, seems like it.
That I could see that happening. So be interesting to see. Ricky, this is the type of performance he needs. Go to his results because I feel like he's had a shit season, Tony.
Yeah, and I found it interesting. I feel like he was getting a lot of roars and claps from the crowd.
Oh yeah, he's always a crowd.
Always a crowd favorite, it seems, which is interesting. Yeah, working off back-to-back cuts here. And the rest of his season cut at Valero, cut at Phoenix, cut at the American Express, 56th of the Century. So really all year long, I see one top 20 finish at 18 at RBC, and that's it, dude. I guess you're within top 50 for quite a few of these tournaments, but other than that, I mean, only one top 20 finish at RBC. So obviously not the year that Rookie wants. But hey, right now, he's golfing pretty well. He's in the running. At 6 under. I know it may seem like he's far back from the lead, but you never know.
Yeah. And he hasn't teed off yet today. So I mean, he could, if he shoots 64 again, he'll be right there.
Balls in his court.
And I think too, just to turn his season around. I mean, I don't even think he needs to win. I think just if he finishes top 5, top 10, that's a big confidence boost.
Oh yeah, huge. Would be his first one of the year too.
And then imagine, because we saw last year him be very close, chunk it in the final round at the Open at LA Country Club. If when we get to Royal Troon next month for the Open, imagine if he was able to pull it off there. Right now, first thought, Royal Troon.
No, if he does pull it off? Oh, okay.
No, just who's going to win, I'm saying. Who are you eyeing?
Who am I eyeing?
Also,
dude?
Have we not been proven right? We talked about this earlier in the year, how to resist that temptation, the guy winning the previous major that he's winning. It never happens.
Who won last year?
Last year, the Open champion was Brian Harman. And obviously,
that's right.
That was one of those things that remember I was pissed off because I was like, there's no way he's not winning another major. It's not going to happen.
I know, dude. I think on the Open, I had Aubert. Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah. I think you did. And then
I kind of feel good about that one.
I had Morikawa or Rory?
Let's double check.
I feel like I had Rory for some reason.
I wrote this down.
I know. And I feel like we always talk about it, always forget.
I know we really do, dude. All right, let's go. For the Open, you had Rory. I had Hovland.
Oh my God, Rory. That would be quite the story, though. And again, it just seems like as life goes on, there's no such thing as a surprise anymore, Tony.
I know.
Even as ridiculous as any scenario, in anything, with anything, I just feel like you can't rule anything out at this point.
Yeah, no, you really can't, dude.
More likely to win, though, Rory or Ricky?
I mean, I feel like ask me again after this tournament, but I'll actually probably be a Ricky anyway.
Yeah, mentally, we could be looking at some really bad golf for Rory.
Honestly, dude, did you see when he left the U.S. Open in the car? Didn't talk to anyone. Yeah. He looked so bad, dude. That was Thorne's shot, by the way. That was his shot getting him into the car.
Wow, I don't know why we haven't done a Thorne.
I know.
In a while. Has he been going to all these tournaments? Or?
He's at the Travelers right now?
At the Travelers, was at the U.S. Open.
Yes.
Was he at Valhalla?
I don't think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
What about Augusta?
Yes.
Okay.
He says it's the best place on earth.
Yeah. That's hard to argue that. Maybe we'll have to put ourselves in the lottery. But I feel like they probably already did it. But next year, it's always next year. Tony, right?
Yeah.
Renee was riled by the glasses, by the way.
Yes. Renee is riled for the glasses. Oh my God, LMAO. Your guys' sunglasses, too cool for school, baby. That's right.
I feel like I just immediately am and I said this before the show. I feel like I'm just obsessed with these right now.
I mean, they're sick, dude.
I feel like I'm gonna end up getting 3-4 pairs.
And I love how it kind of the wrap, dude.
Yes,
it's big. If periffs in there still.
And that's what it is. Obviously, me, bigger head.
Right.
Usually I hate glasses because it's my head is being constrained. But these are so comfortable, honestly.
Come with a case?
Comes with a case.
Let's go.
Left it at home, but
oh boy,
because you know what it was, I didn't have it at the game yesterday because I feel like I don't want to bring a glasses case to the Yankees.
No, yeah, you just wear them the whole time anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, definitely gonna keep the case though. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But all right, so yeah, that's really that. But I think it would be an appropriate time to go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So yesterday, quite possibly, Tony, was the worst, like in terms of the way they played, Yankee game I've ever been to. I mean, just an absolute shit show. Once with 2 outs, Heel letting up a run there on O'Hearn single. Once that happened, everything was downhill from there. And it was just so shocking. Heel. With that ERA, a touch, over 2, goes and gets 4 outs in this game, gives up 8 hits, 7 runs, 2 walks, only 1 strikeout and a home run allowed. Only is able to throw 47 pitches. And it was like, I still can't believe it. And it's like, I guess it's just one of those things. Like he was pitching so well that, he was due to get lit up, but he had won against the Orioles the last time he faced them. So I was expecting, good results. And I think it was just a trickle-down effect because, this is second inning that they have 7 runs. So then, like, even though the offense ended up scoring 5, maybe they would have scored more if it was a closer game. And I just feel like it just set up for failure. And it's unbelievable. And then all of a sudden, thank God, you've gotten off to such a good start here. You're still 51-26, but all of a sudden you've lost 4 out of 5, which just doesn't feel good. The bullpen giving up runs left and right as well. So it's tough, even though, knowing deep down that, everything's okay. It's just such a shitty feeling. And it's just a feeling that doesn't go away until the game starts tonight.
Yeah, dude. I mean, obviously, that type of score, seeing that yesterday, obviously a bit jarring. But listen, I mean, I feel at the end of the day, the Orioles are, one of the best teams in the league right now, as are the Yankees. Orioles obviously being your probably biggest competition, not only in your division, but, probably coming out of the AL in general. And, yesterday we talked about the Yankees needing some bullpen arms, which clearly the Orioles exposed, like, hey, you do. But I mean, like Heel, like that sort of thing. Like, do you really think it is like a one-off? Like, we're not worried about Heel because at the end of the day, like Heel just didn't have a good start.
Right?
Like, imagine if you did a good start, and yeah, you may run into trouble with your bullpen, but if you had a starter that was competent, you're probably winning this game.
Yeah, yeah, because you had 5 runs. I think. Let's see. So the 5 runs were scored by the 5th inning, and that's a pretty good pace. Like you tack on a couple more, you win a game 8-3, 8-4.
Right.
But I think when you're just getting like tattooed like that, morale just sinks.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was tough to see that. Yeah, no concerns about Heel, but concerns about the bullpen. And I know it's different, once the game's out of reach, but and then also too, I don't know who they're trying to bring up or whatever, but Marinaccio optioned again down to AAA.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
I just because they have the option, so they want to bring up fresh arms. I'm guessing that's the deal because he's pitched the last couple of games.
But he needs reps. Don't you think he should be getting more reps?
And then our bullpen's in shambles, and his ERA is 2.84. So it's just like doesn't make too much sense. And it was nice to see. I guess Canely had a scoreless inning. But how about this, Tony? Throughout this whole game, the Yankees bullpen or Yankees pitching had 1 scoreless inning.
Yeah,
I guess that's how you lose 17-5. And Jose Trevino pitches the 9th inning. 56 on the radar gun. I mean, that's crazy that I can't even believe I'm saying this.
No, yeah, that really is crazy to kind of, have to wave the white flag at that point. But I mean, I don't know, man. Listen, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just my mentality, but I don't think I know you dropped 2 out of 3 here.
4 out of 5 overall.
4 out of 5 overall. Didn't do well against the Red Sox. 2 divisional opponents here. You definitely want to tighten that up. I don't think the Yankees divisional record, I don't think it's that great, coming out of this year. But nonetheless,
500.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like 10 and 13 or something.
I don't know. I mean, I think the Yankees have stuff to work on, but obviously, but we talked about that, like your bullpen. And if you're not worried about heel, then I don't think it's as big of an issue. I think people are making it. Am I wrong here? Because I feel like I know you didn't listen to Rick and Dave this morning. But I mean,
or David.
Well, that's Grassa. Yeah.
Dave
and yeah. Wait, what?
Was it Dave or Rick? I didn't listen.
Oh, it was Dave and Grassa.
Dave and Grassa. Okay.
Yeah, I think Rick's back on next week. Dave is off next week, which is kind of crazy what they're doing with their whole schedule. But nonetheless, they're talking about how like, oh, it seems like the Orioles are a better team than the Yankees. Those sort of things. Which, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's tough, to argue, I guess, against it after the series. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, if it's Yankees Orioles, in the playoffs, I'm still taking Yankees. I mean, I don't know. I understand the Orioles are great. I have a lot of talented hitters, some solid pitching, can run the bags, youth, speed, stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like the Yankees just had a bad game, obviously. And like I said, in a playoff series, give me the Yankees. I think they have more experience in the playoffs. I think they have more of an attitude for as a playoff team. More of that mentality of just like win or go home, I feel like when push comes to shove, Orioles can kind of crumble a little bit. Yankees won't. And again, I think this was just one of those one-off games. I mean, even though like it was Soto, right? That misread hit, first hit, dude, right?
And
I mean,
a little kerfuffle
totally froze him
later in the game. Yeah,
I think everyone was a little bit on their nerves, maybe. But I mean, that I think is something the Yankees should definitely be like sweeping off the table at this point. You can't be having a second guess, question your confidence type of area here.
Right. And you know what? I mean, obviously it's nice to see that Judge returned for this one.
Yes.
Had a home run as well, 3 RBIs. So his numbers continue to pop off the page, now hitting 306, slugging 698, a 430 on base, and he has 27 home runs and 67 RBIs. And here we are. And, half the season is not even through, almost half the season, but not quite just yet. The Yankees have played 77 games. So obviously he's on pace for another 50 home run season. So you love that.
And dude, too, like what was it? The other game, the game 2 was Cole's first start, right?
Yeah.
So come on, dude. Like I feel like you get Cole in midseason form. Like you're not losing that game.
But it's the only thing is it's like, Braves start tonight. It's Rodon Sale. Rodon obviously has had a great year. So is Sale. Braves have turned it around recently after struggling for a while. Have won 4 out of 5. So I just feel like it's, I would love a sweep. You're not going to get a sweep, but I do feel like it is a requirement here to win 2 out of 3 because it just, you just don't want to keep trending in the wrong direction. I know peaks and valleys, course of a season, ebb and flows, all of that, but it's like, you got to just stop this now. And I think you really need to come out with a decisive effort tonight. I want to see Rodon pumping his chest.
Literally.
Soto hitting a home run or 2. That's the type of thing we need to see.
Well, no, like you're totally right. I mean, you need to win not only 2 out of 3 of this series, you need to win tonight.
Yeah.
Like Rodon with that energy. I want him throwing heat, dude. I want, like you said, breathing fire on the mound. That's what you need. Like a defense behind him sees that. Dugout sees that. They're going to be amped to be playing in this game because you would imagine Sale. I mean, it may be a little bit till we see any scoring at all in this game. So again, that's going to kind of also, rise tensions. I would imagine that dugout for the Yankees here going to be a little tight, especially if it's a 0-0 game going in the 5th inning. You're going to need a great pitcher on that mound who can kind of really rally your team. And I mean, that's Rodon. I feel like if anyone out of this rotation, he's got that attitude. I want to see the sweat, the chest hair, like let's go, dude.
And it does seem like they tend to be reactive, where if they hit a 3-run homer in the first inning, it just smooth from there on. So I think that'll be important here. And Sale presents a challenge. His numbers are great. and that was a great move by Atlanta to pick him up.
Yeah.
But you look for guys like Stanton and Judge to take advantage of going against a left-hander, maybe Anthony Volpe as well. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, they don't have the major league leader in steals last year, Acuna, as he's out for the year, but it'd just be interesting to see if they attack the running game. And also interesting to see, though, if Wells gets the start, even though it's a left-hander, because Trevino, I mean, it's still very hard to have any type of confidence with him whatsoever after, the way he's looked behind the plate.
Yeah, I mean, that is a huge thing you got to figure out. I mean, it's been multiple games now. Everyone's talking about it. When was he a platinum glove, by the way? It wasn't
2 years ago.
2 years ago. All right.
Yeah, because he missed a lot of time with injury.
Yeah. Which is interesting. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, that's something you got to figure out to your catching position defensively anyway. But again, I'm sure the Yankees will figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
Why, are you worried?
Not worried, but just don't feel like I know everything's gonna be okay, but I just need to see it.
Right.
I need reinforcement, reassurance type of thing.
How was the Volpe jersey yesterday?
Awesome, honestly. Yeah, fits like a glove.
Oh, it's great. Dude. No sauce on it.
No sauce. Took it off before I ate. And so did Devin, who we were with.
That's a smart move.
Yeah. And my dad actually took his off too. He has 99, no number on the back. You know what's so funny? Chokery for his birthday or Christmas or something last year got him a LeMahieu jersey, and he had him swap it out for Judge. He's
really?
Because Chokery always LeMahieu, but obviously we know about how he's played the last couple years. So I was like,
funny.
yeah, I think Judge is a better option.
99.
Yeah. So yeah, and the bullpen too. It's like Trevino in the bullpen is the biggest thing. I don't care about Heel, in terms of I'm not worried, but I just hope the bullpen figures it out. It'll be interesting to see who they bring up for Martinaccio. And then you just hope too that tonight that Rodon can give him 6 or 7 innings, of 1 or 2 run ball. That's the blueprint. Get some offense early. Of course, like I said, great to have Judge back in the lineup so quick. I was just curious. I knew this was happening yesterday, but I just forgot to check any highlights out or anything. Did you see any footage of the MLB at Rickwood Field? I guess the Giants Cardinals.
Some little stuff on.
Did the field look cool?
The field looked awesome, actually. Yeah, dude. And they did do
Mays tribute.
Yes, yeah, which was very cool, obviously, to see that. But I don't know. I mean, it didn't really,
It's not
a
quite
lot for
the
me.
Cornfields. It's
love
that or no?
Yeah, obviously that hits home for me more so than this. But it was still cool.
So annoying though how they're I don't know, that might never come back. The Iowa
so
game.
Stupid. Why?
Because I don't know, somebody bought the field and I don't know, they're trying to develop the area. So it's just a hassle, I guess, to prepare for one game in a season.
Develop the area. It's Iowa.
I know.
Leave it there, and we'll come there once or twice a year for a game, and that's it, dude.
Yeah. No, that's the perfect, tradition to have. And,
you don't need to set up a town.
Right.
Bring a couple of food trucks and stands for the games. You need to develop the area. Keep it like it is, dude. Isn't it dope to have a baseball diamond in the middle of fucking nowhere? Let's go, dude.
I know. I want to see games there every year. I really do.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that we can't see that, unfortunately here. So really, before I do our picture, obviously too, Mets prepping for that, important series against the Cubs, a 2:20 start at Wrigley.
I know.
So some Friday afternoon baseball. Boy, in 78 degrees in Chicago, what a treat if you're in Chicago for this weekend to be able to go to that game. The game's over at 5:30 at the latest, and then you have the whole night. Are you kidding me?
And Wrigley too.
Yeah, the area around there is awesome to go to the bars and stuff.
Oh,
and yeah, I forgot what it is. I'll have to ask my sister because she used to live in Chicago for a while, and there was this really good sports bar right around the area. Just the wings were just so good, and I used to get them in a salad with the blue cheese dressing.
Well, that's all right.
Oh, because you like ranch. Ranch is disgusting. Honestly.
Blue
not
cheese
to
is
call you
disgusting.
up, but
no, not to call you up.
You love
Blue cheese
ranch,
is
you're you're fantasizing about ranch, it's that good. Not like that, Tony, but you know.
No, well, I mean, listen, I do enjoy ranch. Is it my favorite sauce or condiment? I wouldn't say so, but I don't know. With wings, for me, I don't go any extra sauces. I never dip in ranch or blue cheese. Never have. I probably never really will unless it's not tasting good. But
I think it tastes good. I don't know. There's something. It's muscle memory for me. You know what's weird? It's almost reminds me of ketchup. Like, I don't think ketchup by itself, like, obviously who's eating ketchup packets by itself or whatever.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's like a good thing. But for some reason, it's like programmed in my mind. I'm having a burger, I'm having a hot dog, I'm having French fries, that I need to have the ketchup.
Really?
And eggs, too. Eggs has always been like
that. Eggs, ketchup? Really?
And I don't need it on my sandwich, but if I'm having an omelet, I need it.
Interesting.
Did you ever do that or no?
Yeah. No, I went through ketchup phase with eggs. And then like for now, it's kind of like few and far between. I feel like having ketchup. Sometimes I do put ketchup in my omelet or my sandwiches or my eggs, but more often than not, dude, I don't, to be honest.
Yeah,
because I think eggs. I don't know if you make eggs right, they taste really good. If you season them, a little bit of cream in there, make them fluffy.
You know what's funny? It's funny that you say that. The cream, I do like that.
Yeah.
But I always like, for whatever reason, growing up, like it's just how we did it. Like I would never put like salt or pepper in. And then sometimes like when people do it, to me, it comes off as like too strong. And maybe that's why though I always like the ketchup too.
Yeah,
now
definitely.
that I think of it back of mind,
Mm-hmm. Boy, I can go for an omelet right now.
Yeah. What would you put in it?
A classic sausage, peppers, onions,
yeah,
American cheese, nothing crazy, dude. Actually, Mike and I went, I guess this was maybe 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, because that's we went for Father's Day. Went to some diner by Luigi's in Fairfield. I don't know if I told you that, but it was nice. It's like Sunday morning diner, omelet, like great spot, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Luigi's?
No, it's right by Luigi's in Fairfield. Literally same shopping center. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, you don't know what the place is
I don't know.
called.
It just says like Fairfield Diner, maybe it's called.
Fairfield Diner. Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'll have to check that out. But you haven't been to Chicago?
I've been there. I've been there once. Road trip with the parents.
Okay.
Which was dope. I think we spent 2 nights there. I wish if my mother was here, she'd remember that we went to a very famous steakhouse that was literally right on the Chicago River.
Right in downtown Chicago.
Right in downtown Chicago on the river. You're sitting like over the river and you're seeing all the yachts come into the bars and stuff. Phenomenal steaks, dude. Amazing. Steak tartare. We went to the Chicago Institute of Art, the museum. So the Bean, did that, dude. The Bean is pretty cool. That park is nice. I did go on
the Ferris wheel, bugged out, but went on it.
Really? We didn't do the Ferris wheel.
Would you bug out or no?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I used to not care. I like occasionally do some like bridge jumping, like small scale stuff when I was growing up. And it's like, you never did that? Like I'm talking like a bridge, Tony, that's like 20 feet in the air.
No,
like,
I have.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just funny.
Now I wouldn't do it. No, but the way I said it,
where you said
maniac.
With the glasses, small scale bridge jumping, no big deal.
Point being, I wouldn't even be comfortable doing like a 15, 20-foot jump at this point. I don't know about
you. Don't think so?
I just don't want to. Like, and I think my highest that I did was probably like 30 feet. And it's like just the thought of that. Like I could not do that.
Adrenaline,
like, could you do it?
Yeah, I definitely would hammer that.
What's your feet
honestly.
Like maximum?
I don't know. I guess. I mean, 30 is it's higher than you think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I can go up to 40, I think.
Because it was, I don't know if you know where this is. It's you probably not, because I don't think you go over there too much, but it was the 84 bridge in Southbury.
No.
Yeah. Pretty, but that was like the spot.
Right, so let's go after this. Let's go, dude.
But like, just thank God I didn't get hurt or in trouble or anything. Like, it's just like, I don't know what. Like,
what are you thinking?
Exactly.
I know. No, it is funny looking back on those sort of things. Like, fucking die, dude.
Right. Like, it's like, what? Like,
yeah. Hit a rock, brick you like on impact.
But I guess that's why we say we're blessed, right, Tony?
That's right, dude. That's right.
And did you not go during baseball season? Because you didn't go to Wrigley, right?
No Wrigley.
Was
I'm
it not?
To think, when was it? It was for my cousin's wedding.
Probably was in the summer if it was a wedding, right? Or like not in the winter.
I think it was in the fall, dude. I think it was
fall. Like, baseball season could have been over.
I think the Cubs weren't playing.
Okay.
I think it was October.
Otherwise, you probably would have went.
Yeah. But great city. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like, at least, like, I don't know. I guess you still could do it. You just gotta, be careful. But it's a shame that, like, because I feel like
there's some
a nice
parts
place.
that are bad.
Right, like where the White Sox are.
Yeah. We actually did a sweet tour too. It was like a mafia tour. Went in where Al Capone had his speakeasy.
Wow.
The underground little tunnels they dug and stuff. It was pretty sweet, actually.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was cool. A lot of history there in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the oldest cities in America, Tony.
Wow. The Windy City. The Great Lakes.
The Great Lakes, dude. So I'm interested to see what you're gonna say about this matchup with the Mets today with Quintana and Amanja. But I guess I might as well wait to find out in an abbreviated, full-on baseball frenzy.
The wait is over, Brian. On this beautiful Friday around Major League Baseball. You said at 2:20 p.m. here. Game 1 in Chicago here. As the Mets get ready to take on the Cubs. You said it, Jose on the bump here against Imanaga. Imanaga here, 1.89 ERA. We were talking about it yesterday, 7-1 in the year, having a stellar year. The fastball, the off-speed pitches, all of it clicking. And to be honest, if I'm a Met fan, if I'm on the Mets, I'm a little worried about some offense here. I'd also be worried about giving up a lot of runs because of Quintana. Nonetheless, though, over-under is 8.5. Mets are plus 135 on the money line. I guess if you want to look at it here, the series, season series, is tied at 2. This is going to be the last series they have together. Mets winning 4 of the last 5. Obviously, the Grimace, the Heater, 7-0, 7-1 now. Cubs winning 3 of the last 5, just taking 2 out of 3 from San Francisco on their homestand. I mean, I'm going to pray to God that Quintana here, 5 innings, 2 earned runs. That's what I'm praying to God for. And I think Imanaga, dude, I mean, he's a lock for 6 probably.
No chance of like a Luis Gil outing.
I can't see it, to be honest. I mean, nothing's indicative of Shota here being due for that. But I will say, though, I think the Mets end up getting to the Cubs bullpen. That's where this game will be won. So give me the Mets from the 6th inning on, scoring 6 runs, dude. Okay? Mets go on to win this game 6-3, comeback victory, led by none other than Pete Alonso, who has 2 dingers on the night.
Wow.
Bang.
Trade
Mets
value
and
up.
the over, baby. Let's go.
Mets in the over. I'm going to go Yankees in the under. Like I said, Sale versus Rodon. Numbers pretty comparable for both pitchers this year. Both have been some of the better starting pitchers in their respective leagues. Sale 9-2, 2.98. Rodon 9-3, 3.28. Rodon less with the strikeouts, 81 and 85 innings, while Sale is 99 and 81 and 2/3 innings. 6 home runs allowed for Sale, 11 for Rodon. So, obviously, I mean, you're without Acuna here, so you have to worry about Ozuna, Austin Riley. Sean Murphy's back, Matt Olson, who's slumping, but, is due to break out. So there's stuff to deal with, but I think Rodon can do 6 innings, 2 earned runs, keep the Yankees in this game. Maybe, it's 2-2 after 6, and then I think the Yankees get a Juan Soto grand slam in the bottom of the 8th inning and win this game 6-2. So that would be, of course, the Yankees and the over. So just over for your New York Yankees.
Over for your New York teams, getting the 2 wins. Let's step it up here and go over to Cleveland as the Guardians taking on the Blue Jays. Second 3-game set of this season, second and last one. Pretty interesting schedule, I think, for them too. Back-to-back series here. We have Carlos Carrasco towing the mound here for the Guardians. He's an absolute fucking bum. 2-6 record, 5.8 ERA. His last start was a mere 6 days ago. And it was against who, Brian? The Blue Jays, where he didn't last more than 5 innings. He had 6 earned runs. I would expect something like that again out of him tonight against the Blue Jays because he sucks, dude. Wow. The Blue Jays, Yaro Rodriguez, also kind of batting practice. Doesn't really matter. Over under 9.5. Going over by far, dude. Blue Jays, honestly, I mean, I get it. Vladdy, not great. Dalton Varsho, 11 home runs. Give me his 12 on my fantasy team. Why not? I say, yeah, give me the over. Blue Jays winning this game easily, dude. 7-6. Look at Carrasco. Wow. What are you doing?
So speaking of what are you doing, we have the freeway series tonight at Chavez Ravine between the Dodgers and the Angels, and I have no idea who
Knack?
Yes. Have you heard of Landon Knack? So
I don't think so.
1-1, 2.61 for the Dodgers, opposed by Pablo Sandoval, 2-8, 5.24. Angels, you look at the last 5, they've lost 3 out of 5 and 3 out of 4 as well when that previous game The Dodgers have won 4 out of 5. Took 3 out of 4 from the Rockies in Colorado. I think they keep it up here. I think they pound Sandoval. I think Shohei Ohtani. Is this their first game against his former team? I believe so, right?
No.
They already had a matchup?
That's correct.
Oh, no, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I don't think they haven't had the one at the Angels Park. But anyway, I think 10-0 Dodgers. Is that good enough for you, Tony?
That is good enough for me. Good enough for
the over.
Over, yes. Landon Knack, by the way, 26-year-old from Johnson City, Tennessee, boy. Jimmy Johnson. Let's go my third final pick, actually. Holy shit, this is flying by, this frenzy. My goodness, my gracious.
Oh.
Huh? We told you can speak, dude. Let's go to Rangers. I don't know, Evaldi kind of pitches well, dude. Doesn't really matter. This is gonna be tough. The Tigers, stupid Disney movie, dude. I guess let's go with the Twins, dude. Oakland Coliseum, Minnesota. Wow, Paddock on the mound actually for the Twins. 5.25 ERA, not great. 5-3. The Twins, a team 41-34, a bad team that just seems to be winning games. I guess Carlos Santana's solid. Correa's a bum, but he is batting .308 right now, hitting for contact, obviously. Look at this so far. Minnesota leads the regular season series against the A's 4-0, dude. Okay, looking for another sweep here, another 3-game set here. Twins also looking for their first win in 3 games, it looks like. Due for the bounce back. Give me the Twins pounding the A's, Michael. I'll say 5-3, no, 6-3. So Twins and the over.
All right. Third game, final game. We're going to go to Miami, where the attendance tonight should be around 6,000 for this matchup between the Marlins and the Mariners. George Kirby, Trevor Rogers.
Good pick here.
I think Kirby, 7 innings, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. Mariners have been hot, and I think they keep that up. I know they just lost 2 in a row, but before that they had won like 7, 8 in a row. Anyway, I think it's the Mariners and it's the under. I'm going to say Mariners win this game 6-1. So the Mariners the under, and just like that is your baseball frenzy.
Great frenzy, dude.
I always think it's such a waste. Like I guess that park now at this point is 12 years old, but on the newer side, and it's like you have a park, and I think it's a pretty cool park. I don't know. I mean, you've seen a lot of Mets games there, right? Like, don't you think like aesthetically, like if you take out like no crowd being there, it's like a decent park, right?
If I lived down there, I'd be going to those games. Dude.
Right. But I'm saying it like for some reason, even though I'm not affected, I'm not in that area, for some reason it like bothers me that no one goes to those games.
No, honestly, dude, I totally agree. And I think the people down there, the sports fans down there are spoiled. They don't know what they have by being able to go to a game for cheap and cheap concessions in a solid area. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like Miami.
Yeah. Like what are we doing?
What are we doing is right, dude. I mean, the Celtics want to go down there so bad they left right out of the gate.
Well, and also too, like, because a lot of people talk about, I guess it's in a bad part of Miami. It's difficult to get to. We go to Flushing, Queens. I know, and have to go to Pelham. Pooch loves bringing that up, by the way, because he thinks it was so ridiculous, like to take the train to Pelham.
Is it though?
No, not really. I guess I mean, just saying like, just Uber the whole way there, but also it's like we didn't want to Uber the whole way there. So.
And also like the train ride's sick. You're drinking,
exactly.
the train ride. Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Pelham's sick.
Yeah, literally. Pelham is sick.
Yeah,
dude.
so sit down, Pooch.
Yeah.
All right? But like it's tough. Like it just to me too, like because it's like a newer stadium. You don't think they're gonna move. You don't think you're gonna get a newer stadium. So it's like, is this a problem that's just never getting fixed? Like my first question, and then the second question. Is it also more just because of the fair weather sport fan in Florida?
No, I think that is what it is, dude. I mean, you talk about it like you joke about it with the heat, but it is like kind of real. I mean, you see it all the time, dude. And I don't know if that has to do with a lot of people that, end up retiring down there from somewhere else that don't really care about the Florida team or Miami teams, at least anyway. Because I mean, I feel like Florida Panthers are great, Tampa Bay Lightning, great fan base. Like, and they've been around for a while, obviously. But
the Panthers, you think, have a pretty good draw over there?
I mean, it seems like it, right, dude? I mean,
I know the Lightning are like historically good.
Yeah,
with their crowds.
Yeah, no, they are, and obviously they've been around for a while, hot through the 90s.
And it's ironic that it's hockey. Like you wouldn't think hockey in Florida. but why that's the best? I mean, I guess the Dolphins like do pretty well, but also they got a lot of people that just want to go there for a weekend and see their team play.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's true.
But I think they have a decent fan base.
Yeah, they do. And it's interesting too. I feel like a lot of players talk about playing hockey in tropical places.
Yeah.
You know, like players love like anyone on any California team, they love the fact that year long they're walking into the stadium in shorts and flip-flops and then they get their gear on, you know, like they love that because it's obviously an indoor game. So
that is pretty awesome.
It is. It's cool. And I honestly, it is happy to see that there is like a good fan base down there for hockey because I'd like to go down there and watch some hockey.
Yeah. No, eventually we definitely will have to do that. It would be so awesome to go to the Tampa Bay arena. But so what at the end of the day, like this is just it's always gonna be like this for the Marlins. Like they're always gonna have embarrassing crowds and just
I mean, I guess, dude, unless they become really, really good.
But it's like we've seen the Rays make a couple World Series, and maybe I guess for those playoff games, especially because the other teams like the stands were packed. But other than that, like regular season, they win 100 games, but their average attendance is 10,000.
I know you watch those games, and there's so many.
But I wonder too, though, if that's the stadium because it's indoors. It's like not aesthetically pleasing. I mean, obviously it's cool, which is nice because summer gets hot in Florida. But I mean, do you think that is more of a stadium thing? Because obviously that's not in Tampa. That's technically in St. Pete. So I think
that's also a problem. Yeah.
So like, do you think if they like, because I guess they are getting a new stadium, and I don't know what the specifics are about it, but you think with a new stadium like that?
I do think so, dude. I also heard like, I think it was Tampa that like for some games they like they didn't want to put the AC on inside the building and stuff.
That's crazy.
Which is like absolutely ridiculous. So you like yeah, it wasn't like crazy hot in there, but still like you're going in there. It's not like kind of warm, stale air. Like, why do you want to go in there? And yes, the roof, the ball hits it all the time, dude. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I did hear that St. Pete's is like a marshy area, you know?
So and I've been to that stadium.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah.
So it is kind of like not nice around there?
Like I thought it was just interesting because there's no other stadium like it. But I guess if I'm thinking like, oh, like if I compare my experience to going to Yankee Stadium, it's like obviously pales in comparison.
Do you think it's ownership?
Oh, like, the owner's so cheap. Stuart Steinberg. I was just gonna look up too. I don't know. Have you seen any renderings for the new stadium?
Negative.
Let's see. Historic new $1.3 billion stadium in downtown. Have unveiled new renderings of
pavilion style.
So it actually looks insane.
Like this is really what it's gonna look like.
Like I guess it's it doesn't it remind you of the Texas stadium?
It does a little bit.
But if they actually get a stadium like this, like I mean, I know obviously it's in St. Pete, but like I would think like they're gonna get like big crowds.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, like this is what they're trying to get to. Like this, this is sick, dude.
You know, this also looks like Houston a little bit with those walls in the back.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah. Dude. We need to use that freaking train thing.
But I mean,
wow, this is beautiful.
But
dude.
also, didn't you think that everything was like approved? Because I don't know. Maybe I was looking at an article from a couple months ago, but.
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to see. This is Sports Illustrated. So, new renderings from the Tampa Bay Times, dude. The T-Bay Times. This is, give me a date here. Published May 9th this year. We got a nice aerial view there, dude. Another aerial view. I guess the area around the stadium here. That's pretty neat. Looks like we have some high rises, a little like freaking green area. No, I don't want to subscribe to the Tampa Bay Times. Thank you. Woodson, American Museum of Florida. Interesting. It seems kind of cool. Isn't it like the area they're really trying to build up the area, I guess, huh? This article seems to be talking about the area more so than the stadium itself.
But this would actually be in Tampa, not in St. Pete?
Let me get back.
Oh, there. No, downtown
St.
Petersburg.
Petersburg.
Okay. Yeah, I don't maybe they're just not the land, but
the city.
Tampa's an awesome place. Like I have only been there a couple times, but I thought it was awesome, and it seems like it's up and coming as well.
I guess they're building this in the historic gas plant district, Brian. Whatever that means.
But didn't you think it was already like definite? And it seems like this is like they got to still like work some stuff out.
Yeah, so city council members on Thursday prepared to dive into the details of a proposed agreement. Yeah, so it hasn't been approved yet, I guess.
Yeah,
it's proposed
but
here.
I guess maybe widely expected or something, but
yeah. That's all right, dude.
So I mean, I think though, I mean, do you think like with a stadium like that and like, let's say, I don't know, they just like the parking situation's fine or whatever, but like, do you think they at least can now draw like 20,000 fans a night with that, or if the team's playing well?
If the team's playing well, I guess so. Yeah. And I guess, ticket pricing is going to have to be an issue as well. Like you're going to have to entice people to come here a little bit more so than just, look at this new building.
Like the Trops thing was always like, oh, you bring in anything you want.
Yeah.
You want to bring in a pizza? Go ahead.
That sounds great. I'll bring in a pizza.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But please, dear God, Yankees, win tonight
and Mets
win 2 out of 3.
Mets too.
Mets have a tough task. Can they do it? We'll see. If I had to say though, honestly, and you could be honest too, and I feel like you kind of want to like get back at me for this, but I'm gonna say Mets will lose 2 out of 3 at Wrigley this weekend. What about the Yankees against the Braves?
I don't know. Braves are kind of limping through. I think
2 out of 3 win.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 Yankees win. Honestly,
I respect that.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
But Kev Dew would not give me that courtesy.
I don't think so, dude. I was just looking at the other pitchers
they've been
here.
doing. Oh, this is okay.
McGill, Peterson for the rest of the series.
And then Severino Cole, the Yankees' last 2 aces.
Wow, dude, that's gonna be sick. You're going on the 26th, you say, right?
No, I'm going in July. I'm
July. That's right. Okay, yeah.
Pelham.
That's so funny.
The cap on the trips to City Fields. I wonder too if Dave will mention publicans again.
Like I mean, absolutely.
You think so?
Dude.
What do you think? Yeah,
especially if you're interviewing him. Yeah. Definitely, dude.
He's gonna be like, are you feeling like we're Republicans?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, too many special martinis.
Dude, we're going above and beyond. I can't wait.
No, it's gonna be
sick.
Legendary.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk some
you have
details.
No idea. You're
by
not
the way.
ready.
We gotta talk
I'm
details.
ready.
No,
details.
I don't know if you are.
He's got the shades. He's ready. I think.
Shades
I mean,
ready.
yeah, the shades are a step in the right direction.
Oh wait, so when are you guys going?
So we're looking to go to my house, sleep over Thursday night.
Okay,
on Staten Island.
That's what I was planning on doing. Just probably getting there later on Thursday.
Yeah, that's probably what.
Okay,
sure
so,
yeah,
we're gonna have a time, dude.
And then we were planning on staying.
Yes.
Until Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just drive separately probably.
Dude, this is epic. You have no idea. We're gonna go, dude. It's gonna be like 1 a.m. We're going to get a fresh bacon, egg and cheese type shit.
Wow.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
The eating this weekend or that weekend is gonna be
intense, dude.
Yeah,
my mother wants, again, depending on what time we get in at night, she wants to make us Sunday dinner for Thursday night.
Wow.
So meatballs, macaroni, and then obviously dope. Friday play it by ear because of the bash.
Oh yeah, I wanted to look this up because I was looking it up roughly to wait. Are you close to the ferry, like where you live, or is that on the other part of? I was
it's probably like 20 minutes. For me,
okay.
15,
wait. So
20.
I'm trying to think. Is there like something that's right near you? I was curious, like with no traffic, how far is from Sanford? Because when I was looking it up, it was saying it was only like 50 minutes.
With no traffic, it'll probably be around that.
What's like the closest like restaurant or? I'm just curious. I want to look it up.
Wait, closest restaurant
to where you live? I'm saying.
Canlin's.
How do you spell it?
Canlon.
LON. Okay.
Staten Island.
Okay.
The railroad.
North Railroad Ave.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right by me.
And what's your guess? I'm gonna do it like midnight tonight, just for like directly from my house. What would you say?
Midnight tonight?
Yeah.
You can do that on your GPS?
Yeah. You never. I feel like Michael's done that. No.
No.
It says leave now, and then you can change the time.
No.
Oh wow. So
you can do it in
guesses
3 weeks.
the traffic.
I swear to God, traffic patterns 3 weeks.
Yeah, but how accurate? How do they fucking know what traffic is like in 3 weeks?
Michael knows. That's AI.
The Matrix.
What?
Yeah.
They got all program, buddy.
Right.
When
sorry. Midnight.
Happen.
I don't know. I'm gonna say an hour and 15.
Hour 23.
Hour 23.
But that's solid. For some reason, I was thinking it was like, I don't know, like an hour 40 or like 2 hours or something. I didn't realize it was that close. Like,
no, yeah, it is, especially Stanford. I mean, you're 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
You're 30 minutes in the right direction from here.
You know that, right?
Yeah. Dude,
there's a basketball hoop. We play a horse.
It'll almost be like the episode that we had at Joey's. Like,
oh my God, dude.
I think that's almost the last time we were all in a pool together.
I know.
Like Matt isn't gonna be there, but like,
maybe he might.
Yeah,
He might. We might.
He's not gonna be able to. He's gonna be in Jersey, dude.
No, he's not.
I thought he'll
be home.
What do you have that? I thought he had something that weekend.
Something with family, but who knows? You never know. He sometimes pulls last minute.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens. I was just gonna ask you, you think the Redick hire is like a joke or no? We were both saying it kind of is like stupid.
It's really embarrassing how like people. I just saw on TikTok the next Pat Riley,
JJ Redick.
Yeah, because they got drafted around the same time and this and that and like
that's tough, dude.
That is tough.
Pat Riley's a fucking man.
You know, it'd be hilarious though if LeBron leaves.
I feel like though I was saying I think this was like a LeBron hire though, no?
But I don't know, dude. Isn't he gonna go where Bronny goes? He's gonna become a free agent, and apparently Minnesota and Dallas are looking at him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, like I said, I think he's like just deciding everything. I think he's basically the coach now. And I was saying too, it's crazy that they never played together because I think JJ Redick would be like the perfect player for LeBron to play with because he would just stand in the corner and LeBron would just hit him for 3 every single time.
Yeah, and apparently he's looking at Rajon Rondo
to come back out of retirement.
Wait, really? Oh, it's a coach.
Probably would be a good coach as long as he's not an asshole. Right?
Brian thinks that Redick's coming out of retirement to play.
Like, I think he's gonna get tempted though. Like when practices and stuff, he's definitely gonna think about it.
Jackie Moon.
He could do it technically. Yeah. There's no rules.
Yeah.
Player coach. When's the last time the NBA had a player coach?
I think it happened with Bird.
Probably.
Or no, Bill Russell.
Probably Bill Russell. Yeah. Yeah, Bill Russell.
That's freaking hilarious.
So yeah,
like
I just thought that was kind of crazy. And then
Nothing
the whole Monty
like
Williams situation, like what a life he has for the next couple of years.
70. Wait, is it 80 mil?
65.
No, but he has 20 from Phoenix too.
Right. But I'm saying, and he just like, why would he ever coach again? I was saying he could just play golf and then he'll make more money than he would on the PGA Tour.
And if he just became elite.
Yeah, and we're counting him paying for golf, and he's still gonna make more money than if he was on the PGA Tour. Crazy. What a life.
Pisses me off,
honestly.
really.
No. Well, he's got a sad story though.
I know. No, and it's like because his original wife died, her fiance car crashed, and now his current wife has cancer. I think.
Oh,
yeah, that's the only. I forgot about that. You're right. Yeah, that's
so
sucks.
Yeah. It's good for him.
He deserves it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like it was like horrific. The Monty Williams car accident with his wife. Like it was like
he was in the car too.
Thunder. He wasn't. I think one of his kids got killed.
One
of them lived.
Dude.
Like
dude, it was horrible.
Terrible.
Tony's looking it up.
I mean, I gotta.
Yeah, I knew it.
Get some details here. This is really terrible. Dude.
I know. Yeah. So like, good for him. He should get a
3 former New Orleans Pelicans coach and Monty Williams' children suffered injuries in the car accident Tuesday.
But the wife was killed,
and his wife was killed.
Yeah. Brutal. Imagine how horrific that is for the kids.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's tough.
And he's like, dude, he's a good coach. You know, but it's like, dude, Detroit. It's all about the fucking GM.
Yep. And it just
like, if you don't have a good GM, if you don't have good scouting, what can a coach do with trash?
Who's Franzo?
Ryan DeFranzo, dude. He's a current graduate student. I believe him and the boys are probably at this point in the middle of the parade up in Boston. Franzo here says JJ Redick this, Lakers this, Bronny the other thing. Don't matter. Celtics back to back. He says
funny because,
and then there's Robbie in there saying go Celtics.
It's funny because
Ryan DeFranzo.
Everybody's talking about how like nobody cares about this championship and like the Lakers hire and I forgot the other move that happened.
The Monk contract extension.
Oh my god, dude.
The Siakam contract extension was like almost $200 million though.
But like that's not shockwaves.
We got Domac here calling in, by the way. Stand by Domac. I wonder if Domac's at the parade. Actually, he probably isn't though.
No, he's a fake fan
because he is kind of a fake fan. Stand by.
What's going on?
Michael Domac, you're live on the Sports Board. Are you in Boston right now?
Dude, what is going on?
Where are
you? I'm in Boston right now. What's going on, Brian?
Are you with Riley?
Am I Riley?
No, are you with Riley? I said.
No, I'm not with Riley. Is Riley here?
I mean,
don't know. I would imagine so.
Do we have any intel?
No, probably not.
I know Robbie's there. You with Robbie?
Dude, I actually kind of was gonna ask for yesterday. I gotta text him at some point and tell him where I'm at. I'm all the way at the end because I'm waiting for the ceremony. Because like they could drive by me, but like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see them talk.
So you're at the end. The parade's ending at Fenway, right?
Yes, I'm right next to Fenway. I don't see Fenway, but I'm at like the end. It's like right next to Fenway. Well, like I'm never really from around here.
Are you like spending the night or the weekend there or no?
Yeah, what's the deal?
No. This is a day trip. I somehow got the day off of Dan Patrick. They let me get the day off. I came up here, got here at like 9. Tried to get here early. Was here before Canes even opened. Had some Canes.
That's
now
sick.
I'm waiting.
And you had to drive?
Yes, I drove because I found out the Amtrak is. I mean, it costs much as a plane ticket. I mean,
I bet it does, dude. Well, yeah, I mean, last minute and then like parade day,
championship once in a lifetime. I don't know if I could really keep it light.
Honestly, dude. Yeah, are you driving on the way back? Are you driving the way back too?
Yeah, I am driving on the way back.
Who are you with right now?
I'm with my buddy Josh. We were supposed to have 2 other kids come with me. My buddy Johnny and my buddy Conrad. They didn't wake up. They didn't wake up, dude. Actually not here, believe it or not, Tony.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
All that.
I mean, other than the driving situation, I mean, that sounds sick, though.
No, honestly, that sounds like a lot of fun.
For you, not for us, but yeah.
I've heard 7 fuck Kyrie chants already. It's insane.
Jesus.
Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious.
That is really funny.
So what are you doing? You just waiting?
You guys are still live, so I'm like, I got to get some intel. Yeah, I'm just waiting down here at the end, so they come here, I guess.
What
started at like 20 minutes ago, I'm pretty sure.
How long is the when are they dropping by? Like what's the deal?
So now as a Eagles Yankees Boston sports fan, I haven't been able to witness a parade yet, other than the Eagles one, which was too far. So I don't really know how this works.
Okay.
So I'm kind of just up here messing around and finding it out. I'm at the end. Hopefully this is the end. I think it's the end. People are saying it's the end. So we're going to find out.
Yeah,
cool.
No, it'll be awesome to hear the full review of this.
Honestly, it will be. I'm sure, they'll all come there, culminate. Tatum will probably say something cringy. And you'll be happy about it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It'll be insane. I thought I'd give the guys some intel. What's going on over here in Boston, Brian's favorite
town. Only when the Yankees are in town.
So what's your deal though? Like,
real quick.
What do you got?
I got to put some Yankee intel in real quick because I know we're getting long in the episode today. But Brian, what's going on? I feel like we're just not winning games that like against teams we're supposed to win. I know, like I'm not worried. But, like, these are the teams of, like, okay, like, yeah, we beat, the other crappy teams like the Orioles, the Dodgers. Like, these are the teams, like, come late in the playoffs that we need to really show that we're better than. And we're getting, I feel like we're getting slapped around.
Yeah, I mean, me and Tony have been talking about the last couple of days. We need a couple relievers, and then we need to get rid of Trevino. I don't care how well he hits. You can't give up 9 stolen bases. So it's the combination of those two things. I mean, obviously, Heel had a rough night. Last night, I was at the game. I'm actually going back tonight.
That was a fluke.
But that was just a fluke, and I think it set everybody back. But I think you're going to see them come out with a vengeance tonight. And I think Rodon's going to be fired up, beating his chest. And let's just win 2 out of 3 against Atlanta and then kick the Mets ass at Citi Field Tuesday and Wednesday next week.
In your fucking dreams, buddy. In your fucking dreams. Hey, Domac, do me a favor right now. Since you're just a big Yankee fan, let's go Yankee chant going right now as loud as you can.
No, I'll really get drunk after that. The worst time to start that chant.
But also,
I don't even think I could name drop.
But also, too, at least we lucked out with Judge and Soto and Cole. You think about all their injury scares. So everything's going to be right. Starts tonight. Let's fucking go.
30 pitchers on Baltimore. I mean, are we kidding?
Yeah.
We're hitting people in the hand. We're throwing it up and in. And then the broadcasters want to get upset because we hit someone a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was bogus.
Nah, but dude, no, we're gonna remember this part of the season, and we're gonna get those reinforcements. Yeah, everything's gonna be all right.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But
all right, I thought I'd give you guys some intel, but
no, appreciate it, and good talking with you, and enjoy the parade, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, stay safe, dude.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it. Bye. Peace.
That is Michael Domac, Josh M saying, let's fucking go.
That's
He's
right.
Fired up.
Josh M is fired up.
And just quickly, because we're up against it, Tony, you're still sticking with no Game 7 at the Horseshoe Sunday.
Yeah, I think I'm still going to be sticking with it. I know it really is so tough to make a decision, but I'm going to stick to my guns here. Panthers, tighten it up. They figure it out.
3-2 Edmonton, McDavid, game winner, overtime. We'll see you Sunday night.
By the way, it seems like it'll be Monday.
We'll see you Monday night. So that's tough, sick, dude. And that just ruined everything. So
Panthers fine. Let's go. Fuck it. Yep.
No, I'm not kidding.
No, literally, dude.
Done.
There's no way.
That's it. But either way, Horse will be sick. The Travelers, Kim, still in the lead here. Colin Morikawa, though, roaring up the leaderboard.
Really?
Here. 3 shots back now, 6 under through 9. So obviously, really ripping it up this morning. Schauffele and Bahadia, 8 under. Sanjay Yim at 7 right behind him. So,
by the way, I think we've been pronouncing Bahadia wrong.
What is it?
Batia.
It is Batia. I've heard them say that. Yep. So good call there, Tony.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do a full recap of the Travelers and crown a champion on Sunday. And here we are, and it's another great week of shows.
Oh,
we appreciate
dude.
everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony Michael Redick and Jane Costa, the merch at downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees, and we will see you on Sunday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.